Hey family, so we're going to start today with a couple shots that preface my before and my after. So the day started out great. I got a couple of really yummy fishes in the bag. I ate them fresh today for dinner. So I was looking under rocks for red snapper, and I thought I had found one. It's a red predatory fish that lives under a rock, right? Red snapper. Boom, right in the eye. Oh yeah. So it turns out that those are called big eye, and they're nocturnal. That's why they have big eyes. Got a red snapper. I think it's a red snapper. First one. No. Red snapper you can eat as sashimi, but this one I ate with limon and veggies as ceviche. A beautiful fish. Look at all the colors. They look so different up close and under the water. Yeah, great big old eyes. Yeah, it was interesting learning how each fish works. Predator fish don't usually have too much defense on them. You don't have to worry about them biting you. Their mouths are for sucking fish it up into their mouth, and then they have backward facing teeth that make it so that they get hooked on and trapped in there, but not much for defending themselves against other predators. So they're typically much easier to handle. I got some spines on their fins, but that's about it. These guys, I think, are just good at hiding in rocks. Yeah, the tough work. The skin was a bit tough. But the air is leaking from the swim bladder inside. The predator fish don't have a lot of guts, which is nice. That means more of their body mass is edible meat. I guess since they're munching on other fish, they don't have to spend a lot of time digesting them. They don't have to spend a lot of time digesting plant material. Kind of like with cows. Bonk. So I bonk into that rock, and I think it brought in these jacks. So I'm trying to hit one of those Pacific jacks, but they get some distance from me. So I lock eyes on these golden Trevally. Boom. I've gotten one of these before. The first one I got was a bit bigger. But I'm happy just to get one in the bag. They're so fast. They look kind of like tuna. It's like their whole body is just this fin, and they just wiggle it, and fish can swim upwards of 100 miles an hour, like certain species, and they're the ones that are like that, like tuna, like marlins and sailfish. Those guys, they rely on speed for attack and defense. They got a lot of blood. I guess they have very vascular or something to keep those muscles going. I was surprised how much fight kept in them. That wasn't a well-placed shot. They're very fast, so ideally you want to get them through the gill plate. They've got the predator mouth. It's meant for vacuuming up little fish into their mouth. Very thin skin, very easy to cut through these guys like tuna. Not a whole lot of guts, just like the first one. Another predatory fish. Very tiny little scales. I don't think the first one really had any scales to speak of. Yeah, both these guys were pretty easy to clean. There's a moray. I've heard that you don't want to tangle with those guys, but if I get an easy shot, I'll take it. I don't target them, but I'll try anything once. I've heard they've got some nasty teeth. He doesn't even care. Yeah, it's just a cheap shot. This guy gets lucky, I think. Boom. So if you do that in slow motion, it kind of looks like he dodges it, but actually it was just a knot in the rope. Yeah, I did not aim well. I pulled the trigger and it popped up for some reason. So this big school of those mackerel, Pacific Jack mackerel, comes in. There must have been some chum in the water or something, but I had to swim pretty deep to go after these guys, and I landed one, and he gets off. Damn it. I haven't gotten one of these yet. I haven't eaten it anyway. So I keep, the school keeps sticking around. I think it's maybe because I had a fish in my jumpsuit. I had that golden Trevally in my wetsuit, so maybe they smelled something nice. And another one gets shot. Another one of those Pacific Jack mackerel or whatever they're called. And look at him, he wiggles his way free. Again. Then I started going after easier fish. This is some kind of reef fish I haven't tried yet. And off it goes. Wiggles its way off. And there's another one. Oh, okay, that's a surgeon. Those eat well. They're plentiful. They eat plants. He was down pretty deep. I said, okay, you do your thing. I'll come back for you. And I get all the way down there. I have to breathe up and come back down to retrieve him, and he's gone. You can only handle so much disappointment in one day. And so I returned back in. There was actually another one I shot off camera, but yeah, I got that golden Trevally, turned him into sashimi, and got that big eye. Enjoyed him as a ceviche, very healthy eating. And I enjoyed a blood moon rise on the sea tonight. And, yeah, it's a beautiful day out here in Baja. Thanks for joining me. Good night.